Imagine this. It's the late 1800s in bustling London. Gas lamps flicker, horse-drawn carriages clatter down cobblestone streets, and children bundled in wool play simple games. Now, imagine one of those children, let's call her Adelaide, somehow stumbles upon a Taco Bell burrito, specifically a Cheesy Gordita Crunch, because why not go all out? What would happen if she ate it? How would her body react? And what would her Victorian-era family even think? Growing up in Victorian England, her diet would have been vastly different from ours. For a working-class family, breakfast might be porridge or stale bread. Lunch could be a simple stew with vegetables, and dinner, if they were lucky, would include some meat and more root vegetables. Everything would be prepared from scratch, often with ingredients sourced locally. There would be no refrigeration as we know it, so food was often preserved by salting, smoking, or pickling. Fresh fruit and vegetables were seasonal. Spices were used, but not with the kind of global variety we enjoy today. Sugar was a luxury, and most sweets were fruit-based or very simple. Now imagine Adelaide, who's used to plain, wholesome, but often bland foods, encountering this vibrant, aromatic, and frankly, exotic package. The first thing that would hit her? The smell. Taco Bell burritos have a very distinct aroma. Spices like cumin and chili powder, the richness of cheese and a hint of onion and garlic. For Adelaide, this would be an assault on her senses, in a good way, probably, but incredibly overwhelming. Her nose, accustomed to the smells of wood smoke, damp earth, and maybe a bit of horse manure, would be getting a real workout. Then, the visual. Bright orange cheese, green lettuce, red tomatoes, all in one warm, wrapped package. Her food usually consisted of muted browns, greens, and whites. But the real adventure begins with the first bite. The textures, the soft tortilla, the warm, seasoned beef, the melty cheese, the crunchy lettuce, the creamy sauce. Adelaide's palate would be absolutely bombarded. Her meals were often soft from stewing or tough from simple cooking. This explosion of textures would be completely new. And the flavors. We're talking about a combination of salty, savory, a touch of sweetness from certain sauces, and most importantly, spice. Chili powder, paprika, cumin, garlic powder. These are not everyday ingredients in a Victorian kitchen, especially not in the quantities found in a Taco Bell burrito. Adelaide might find it intensely flavorful, even delicious, but she might also find it incredibly hot. Her taste buds, unaccustomed to such heat, would likely register it as a much stronger spice level than we would. She might even think it's gone bad, because what else could explain this fiery sensation? Now let's get down to the science. Specifically, what would happen inside Adelaide's body? Her digestive system is built for a different kind of fuel. She eats whole, unprocessed foods. Her gut bacteria, the tiny organisms that help us digest, are used to breaking down fibers from root vegetables, grains, and simply prepared meats. A Taco Bell burrito, while delicious, is a different beast. It's rich in fats, sodium, and refined carbohydrates. It contains a lot of ingredients that are heavily processed compared to Adelaide's usual fare. The sudden influx of all these new things, especially the fat and spices, would likely cause some digestive distress. Her stomach, unaccustomed to breaking down such a rich, complex mixture, might go into overdrive. She could experience anything from a mild stomachache to more severe cramps, gas, or even nausea. And then there's the spice. While delicious for us, for Adelaide, it could feel like her insides are on fire. The capsaicin in chili peppers can irritate the digestive lining, and without the benefit of a lifetime of spicy food consumption, Adelaide's system would be particularly sensitive. We're not saying she'd get seriously ill, but it definitely wouldn't be a smooth ride for her digestive system. She'd probably spend a good deal of time feeling quite uncomfortable. Beyond the physical, there's the social and cultural impact. Imagine Adelaide trying to describe this food from the future to her family. It was wrapped in a soft white cloth, but you eat the cloth. And inside, there was hot red meat and yellow goo and crunchy green leaves, and it made my mouth burn. They would have no frame of reference. They might suspect she'd eaten something poisonous, or perhaps even a magical, otherworldly concoction. The concept of fast food, or a restaurant dedicated to one type of cuisine, Mexican-inspired in this case, would be utterly alien to them. Her mother might try to soothe her with some traditional remedies, perhaps a strong cup of peppermint tea or a mustard plaster on her stomach, thinking she'd caught a chill or eaten something truly bad. It's a fun thought experiment, right? It really makes you appreciate how much our diets and bodies have adapted over time. And it makes you wonder what people 150 years from now would think of our Taco Bell burritos. So if you ever get the chance to time travel, maybe bring a milder snack for your Victorian friends, or at least some antacids.